We got some breaking news for the Philadelphia Eagles as the team has agreed to a multi-year extension with head coach Nick Sirianni. Before I give into my thoughts, I want to give the Eagles' official statement on this matter. As an organization, we have always strived to create a championship culture of sustained success. Nothing is more important to fostering such an environment than having tremendous leadership. Nick has embodied everything we were looking for in a head coach since we hired him 4 years ago. His authentic style of leadership, football intelligence, passion for the game, and growth mindset have helped to bring out the best in our team. I am excited for what the future holds for the Philadelphia Eagles, coming from Philadelphia Eagles chairman and CEO, Jeffrey Lurie. So, I gotta be candid, because there was a time that I think, like a lot of Eagles fans, I was very skeptical of Nick Sirianni and thought that the team may be better off without him. I think that this was a more deeper rooted, I don't believe in CEO head coaches mentality that I had. It's still some of the reasons that I have concerns for even Dan Campbell today, without his coordinators Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. But there's no denying what Nick Sirianni has done as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. 4 seasons, 4 playoff appearances. 2-time NFC East champion, 2-time NFC champion, and now a 1-time Super Bowl champion. He is one of the winningest head coaches in NFL history over a 4-year span. I believe it is himself, Andy Reid, and Bill Belichick who have completed the success and winning rate that I just mentioned over a 4-year span. And right now, the conversations around Andy Reid and Bill Belichick are which man is the greatest head coach of all time and who's second. So if Nick Sirianni is in the same breath of conversation of those guys, I would say he's doing his job very well. And when you are coming off of a Super Bowl victory on a year where, man, feet to the fire. Last offseason, Nick Sirianni had to have conversations with Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie that reportedly lasted hours, where basically his job was going to be decided in those meetings. And I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but Nick Sirianni kept his job. And Nick Sirianni came out the following season with the Philadelphia Eagles and led them to a Super Bowl. And I know a lot of people remember how great the Eagles roster was at the end of the year, and they were clearly the best team in the NFL. But when that team started 2-2, there were people calling for Nick Sirianni's job during the bye week. When that team was 2-2, coming off that horrific loss to Tampa Bay, there were a lot of people calling for Nick Sirianni's job. And even following then, when bald Nick Sirianni shaved his head to change the culture, they didn't beat the Browns good enough. They weren't beating the Bengals good enough. And eventually, the team kept on winning, and they became Super Bowl champions. And listen, do I think of the who deserves the most credit pie that Nick Sirianni's slice is bigger than that of Howie Roseman or the roster itself? I don't. But I think if we graphed it out on a pie chart, you wouldn't need to zoom in to see his name. Nick Sirianni is a guy who instills a culture. Does he butt heads with his players sometimes? Absolutely. Does he get a little too cocky sometimes? Absolutely. But he embodies Philadelphia. He is the Philadelphia Eagles. Brash, ready to go, aggressive. And no moment's too big for him. And again, the man is a Wendy's meal on playoff appearances. 4 for 4. 2 times has won the NFC Championship game. They had no choice but to extend him. And this is something we should be happy about as Eagles fans. Because through a revolving door of coordinators, through being front and center in the media, through taking the blame left and right for losses, the same way that we talk about Jalen Hurts' mental fortitude, the same respect needs to be given to Nick Sirianni's mental fortitude. And he pushed through. And this team is champions. And a guy who a year ago at this time, we were talking about, should the team fire him? And if so, would he even get a job elsewhere? Is now a Super Bowl champion and extended multiple years. The details on that are not officially out, but what more could you say? Congratulations to Nick Sirianni, and I'm glad that the Eagles, once again, why are they the best organization in the sport? They reward the people who make it happen. Saquon getting the extension early, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Zach Bond, Nick Sirianni. The Philadelphia Eagles organization pays the people that represent it well. If you love the Philadelphia Eagles and you're not yet subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Make sure you smash that button. I appreciate your guys' support. I will catch you next time. Peace.